My name is Lee Kakati with the band Pop Evil in London, England today. We're from Grand Rapids, Michigan, a very blue-collar area. All we really had growing up was we were living paycheck to paycheck, and music, and rock music especially, kind of was the centerpiece for how we were raised. And spent a lot of time in the early years playing covers, saving up all the money we could just to get a great producer so we could record a demo. And we got our record deal around 2007. And the struggle, it was an independent deal. And then around 2009, we signed our first major record deal and realized that that's not really what we wanted to do. And I've spent basically since 2009 to 2014, we spent trying to get out of that deal and kind of rejuvenate ourselves, getting out of debt, whatever we had to do to kind of, finally get our chance to come to Europe. It took a long time to finally be able to financially make it work, and with the right album and the right team behind us, and finally on this album, our third album in the States, Onyx, we were able to do that. People ask us all the time what Pop Evil is and why Pop Evil. And you could call yourself anything, and I think instead of having a name that sounded cool or a name that really meant nothing to nobody, especially us, we wanted a name that kind of motivated us and reminded us why we're doing this. And right around the days when we were kind of getting started, popular music was abandoning rock, and we really feel like rock and roll, we have something to say. I think that Pop Evil was an inspiration to us, that whenever we look at our name and hear our name, it's a reminder that we're just one rock band in the scheme of this, but we're going to do our part to make sure that we're heard. We've had a lot of success, stateside there. And again, that was just due to the fact that we could only really tour there. When you have the debts and trying to get out of financial turmoil that is being a new band in this era, you got to play. Finally, I think, with all the touring, the band was really starting to connect. And when we got ready to do our second album, War of Angels, we had an opportunity to maybe co-write and work with a dream person. Who would that be? And of course, one of our favorite bands of all time is Motley Crue. And we just put the dream guy out there. What if we could work with Mick Mars? And sure enough, Mick gave us a shot, liked what the band was doing, wanted to take a chance to write with us, and put together a song called The Boss's Daughter. Ended up being a top 10 single for us in the US. Mick Mars, the legend himself, is in the video with us, kind of passing the torch over to the up-and-coming rockers of the day. And it's the symbolism in there, and just the throwback to how rock and roll was back in the day that inspired us. Just grimy guitar tones, a driving drum rhythm, and of course just heavy guitars, and about a song just about sex and rock and roll. We were always like that onyx stone that was just something cool, but it wasn't cool enough.